Okay, let me check the sound. Microphone check 1, 2. Hotep Senuhena Senut Itiren Ishakandugu Keme. The title of this last stream is Translation of Ramesses the Third Era Papyrus Harris the First. Henry Bennett is in the place to be. Now, I'm gonna have to use my other computer. I'll rather it's on the table. More comfortable for me. Damn. Oh my goodness, it's heavy. And I have pies like this on my desk. Besides all the books everywhere else in the house. So, what is this here? Okay, that's the thing. You know what? It's warm. I need that. It's too warm. It's way too warm. Too warm. Andrew Brenner isn't the place to be. I'm gonna share from my other computer. Share now. Oh no, I should not have done it now. Let's get on the panel first. All right, and now I can share. Actually, I need to do this. I'm gonna use the mouse. Be more comfy. And you know how to present. Okay. So that's volume 1. Thanks to you guys, brothers and sisters. I have all 3 volumes. Number 3 is a glossary. And I guess I will go through it sometimes later on. Because there's a lot of grammar. Ramesses the Third Era is known as a Neo-Egyptian. Well, at least that's how, some call it, because they even have a book. I almost bought the book, but when I scroll through it, it didn't seem that appealing. But there's a book about the Neo-Egyptian during the time of Ramesses III. So the publisher is l'Institut Français d'Archéologie Orientale du Caire, which means French Institute of Oriental Archaeology of Cairo. And it was published in 1994. The author is Pierre Grandet. He's a PhD. He's an Egyptologist. And once again, he has written a grammar book about the Middle Nature that is recommended by James P. Allen. That's quite notable. That book that was recommended is written with the, what is it? This. I don't know, but I don't know if you have the same thing on my screen. I see the cursor, like there's so many cursors when there should be only one, but anyway. Yeah, well. Okay. So yeah, the book by Pierre Grandet is also written by Bernard Mathieu, another Egyptologist. So this is page 333 of volume 1. It's the area that says Discours aux humains, which can be translated as, speech to humans. Year 11, and that's a reference for the text. So It's probably the plate number 77, but it's line 4 to 6. So here that's year 5. Funny thing is that here you have a Libu. Some people may pronounce it Lebu. It may be the etymology or the origin of the term Libya or Libyans. But anyway, year 11, and it starts here. And you can see here that it says 77.3. All right. Now, that's what you saw earlier. And here you can see it starts at 77.4. And we are interested at line 4 to 6. And at the bottom, you have Loprieno's citation, in the article Slavery and Servitude from UCLA Encyclopedia of Egyptology. I think I shared it already before. But if you type in this title and the rest, it will come up. It's available online. So this citation is what we have on the Wikipedia article about the Papyrus Harris. Okay. I don't know why. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I always make the mistake because if I go there, let me see how it looks. Yeah, I don't know why it does that with the cursor. So at the top left, we have the translation in French, of course, because Grande is French. On the right, we have the translation in English by Loprieno, who is also an Egyptologist. I actually thought he was deceased for whatever reason when I shared his book, but he's advanced in age, but he's still alive. So translation from French to English of Grande's Papyrus Harris. So here you have 77.4, line 4. And it says roaming on the border. That's not how I should spell border, right? Double check. Border. Let me correct that. All right. So check the sound just in case. Okay, good. All right. So here you can see 77 line 4, and you can see Kemet. Deré sur la frontière de Kemet. Ici, frontière, it's like frontier. You use that word in English as well. So roaming on the border of Kemet. And this is the quote that we have on Wikipedia. It's not when I say it's a quote. The quote is Loprieno's translation. This translation is a bit more detailed, a bit more precise. You see. So we have I brought back to Egypt those that I had spared and had only injured, as innumerable prisoners tied by the arms. Now, anything that's in parentheses, something that's not appearing in the text, but it's implied, it's understood. Sugar haze is in the place to be as well. So usually sugar haze is in the place to be. So where was I? Yeah, by the arms, like birds, by the wings, before my horses. Their wives and their children were in tens of thousands. Now we are line 5. And their heads of livestock of all kind in hundreds of thousands or in the hundreds of thousands. I established their best soldiers, and here we have how to you in fortresses bearing my name. And for the record, that how to you have it there in parentheses. The author, Grande, has put it there. In fortresses bearing my name. To the others, I have given numerous chiefs of troops of tribes after they had been marked, and in parentheses says by red iron, and transformed as such into, and then we're on line 6, slaves marked in my name. Their wives and their kids were really here. I wanted to use children, but the issue is that if you look at the text, you have the French word for wife, which is femme, and you can see we have the S in parentheses. It's not necessarily written, but it is implied. And same for children. The problem with children is that you have en at the end. So I didn't want to put child, and it's not just en actually. So I just decided to use the word kids. So their wives and their kids have been treated the same way. And I took their livestock to the domain of Ammon in favor of which it was organized into herd for eternity. Now, I'm aware this formulation is quite unusual, but I was trying to be as literal as it is here. En faveur duquel il a été organisé en troupeau. For eternity. And here you see, pour l'éternité. And you can see that l'éternité is very similar than eternity, you know. Now, we have a hieroglyphic transcript on a different publication. It's Wolja Eriksen. It's in German, but it is hosted on the University of Chicago website. And actually, let me share the link. Copy and paste. So it's nice with those papyrus, when they break down, the lines and stuff like that in chapters, so you can follow along. So I'm gonna go there. Boom. So here, well, actually, I can use this. You have the link in the chat. All right. So once again, it is hosted on the website of the University of Chicago. Now, you do have page 93. It's not page 93 of the PDF. Double check. PDF. Towards the end. It's actually page 97 of the PDF. But you can see the page number is 93. Hold on. Everything in red, I wrote it. That's what we call the transliteration. Now, you can always go back. You can, pause the video, make some screen print, screen capture, do everything you want. That's my proposition for the transliteration. There may be some mistakes. I'll accept if there are any mistakes. Now it says, roaming towards Kemet. Roaming on the border of Kemet. So, I'm sorry. We have Er, Chen. Here we have Deben. Now, mind you, this is a loaf of bread. So some people will read that debet, we have the determinative of the legs right underneath. But what I found is the word deben. And in parentheses, you have G602. G stands for Gardiner, and 602 is the page number of Gardiner's book. And I'm talking about the third revised edition, which is available online. I really don't know why it does that with the, you know what? Yeah, it still does it. So I don't know why. Okay. So Deben, translates as, you know what? Uh, okay, let's do this, man. Gardiner, where is it? I don't have Gardiner open here. Okay, let's open it. I thought it was open already. This page is 602. All right. Actually, I'd rather do it. I already do it for the from the other computer. It should be on the home page. Should be on the desktop. For it, it took me a minute. Grammar. Dang. Okay. 1212. I don't know why it went up. Egyptian grammar. Okay. Oh, there it is. So too. Okay. So two. So that I'm not making it up. You know what? Oh, some downloads. Okay. Nine. 9. Boom. After I'm going to share now. Sorry, it took a little bit of time. So we're looking at Deben. There it is. Here we have Deben. That's the hand. D46, if I'm not mistaken. That's the leg. I forgot. Is it D58? Don't know how the stuff open. So the hand is in the D46. The leg is D58. I don't know if I said 48 earlier. And then the report photo, which is N35. So it says here, go round. All right. So that would be what is translated as, to roam, or what was the word in English exactly? But actually on Wikipedia and on Loprieno, it doesn't even start there, it start after. Okay. But anyway, so we have Deben, then we have Tash. So that's a loaf of bread. This is a bilateral. That's a phonetic complement. That's the vulture, reference G1. And that's the pool, reference N38. There's a variant. I forgot if it's N37 or N39, but that's the pool. That's a sh sound. You see, that's a determinative here. That spells Tash. And on page 599, we do have that word, so we can verify which page is that. But you know what? I forgot to unshare. I was my goodness. I will see if I can have some sort of screen print. Can you make the screen a little bigger, please? Um, oh, yeah. How does it look now? Oh, I understand. That's the PDF. And I wanted to share the tab. I'm going to close the PDF to avoid any confusion. Any confusion. All right. For the record, that is page 602. And the band is here. So we do have the hand, D46, the leg, D58, the report of water, and 35. Here is a determinative. We have some variation, and we see here the bend, and we have go round. All right. We have the benu to circle, circuit, and all that good stuff. Now, Unfortunately, here I cannot make it larger. Danny Williams, it's not possible for me because that's a slide on PowerPoint. So we dealt with the, oh no, okay, now we have to look at Tash. So on page 599 of Egyptian grammar, for those who are not familiar with that word, 599 is going to be just a few slides above. Now, yeah, for the record, you see page 599. Let me make sure that it's sharing. Yes, it is. And right here, we do have Tash. And it translates as boundary. Okay. So then I don't need to go over any translation. We have the crocodile skin according to some, and a piece of charcoal according to Dr. Shekan Diop, and also according to Beer Manley and Mark Collier in their bestseller that I'm holding in my hand. It's not just an Afrocentric claim. Those guys are not Afrocentric. They are not of African descent. So that's Pers Kemet. Here we have Ini. And we will see on page 554 what the translation is. Dang, it's 10,000 cursors on the screen. So page 554. Let's do 625. See what it is. Let's do 600. Yeah, 554. There it is. And here, Ini, will bring, fetch, remove. Okay. I want to make sure that it is sharing. Yes, it is. Oh, I didn't even know I can do that. It's going to be quicker then. Great. And that's where it starts. Are brought back in great numbers, blah, blah, blah. So to bring, to fetch. Then we have sepi and sepit. If we have a look at page 589, you can see the translation, Gardiner, now 589. Yes, I'm going to put 610. There it is, 589. We're looking at sepi. You see here we have sepi, and it translates as remain over, and we have sepit, which translates as remainder. All right. Then we have dema. And on page 602, what is the translation? Dema, you can see here we have bind together. All right. Then we have M, the preposition. Then we have hack. And if we look at page 580, let's see what the translation is. 580. Where is hack? There it is. So you can see it's page 580, and here, hack, we have plunder. Verb, okay? Sharing. Yes, it was. Moving right along, we have Ashat. Now on page 558. Why is he doing this? I don't know. Page 558. There it is. Asha, many, abundant. Actually, this is Ashat. Here, this is Ashat with the T at the end. Multitude. All right. And you even have the verb Sasha, which means to multiply. Then we have Dene on page 602. Let's see what the translation is. You know what? I really don't like the way it's doing this stuff. Oh snap! Again. Let me show without the pen first. Share. That the pen seems all right. Right, so far so good. So let's see on page 602 for the translation of Dene. I don't need 602 Dene. Dene right here. And you see the wing disc? O kingdom. Dene wing. It means wing. Okay. Then we have me. Some people may use the J instead of the I. It means like, as in I, as, A-S, not like as in I like you. Then we have apadu. Many people know that word, which means birds. We have the aleph, vulture. We have the stool, or some people say mat. We have the hand, and then we have the rope, which is the U sound, but the determinative of the duck, and then the mark of the plural. We have er, which here will be a preposition, and then we have hat, which means in front. Here we have sesemet, which means horse. You have the reference Gardner, page 592. Hemet, we know it means wife. And then we have the suffix pronoun for the plural. So basically their wives. Then we have the word heredu. That's the uniliteral, the sh sound. The R and the hand, the sense of the sound the, and the rope, which is a u, so that's heredu. That's a plural of hered. So it means children. We have one determinative. Then once again, we have the suffix pronoun, so that gives us their children. Then we have me again, which means as or like. Now, I wasn't sure. I looked for this because we have the throw stick, which is usually a determinative for foreign people. We even have the mark of the plural. So here you have to take it with caution. I did not translate every single word, but the majority of them. Then we have nai, which we could be translated can be translated as my, my as in mine. We have the suffix pronoun again. Then we have iat, which can be translated as office or function. M10. Then we have nu here. We have me again. We have hefen. Hefen, let's have a look. And then gereg as well. It won't be long now. So hefen is 581 and gereg is 598. So 581 for hefen. One for hefen. It is there. You have that. I think it's a. Damn, is it a tadpole? What is it called again? I forgot what is it called. That animal here. But anyway, hefen. And you see, we have 100,000. And I don't know if you remember, but it says in the text, and actually I can show it. It says here, their wives and children in tens of thousands. See? So it doesn't mean that it's exactly 100,000. It's really a multitude. Now, the other one I wanted to look at was Gereg, which is page 598. And here we have found and established. If we go back, hold on. Go back, we do have well, in the English translation, we don't have that word. We have I added to them chiefs. But if you look at the French translation, Yeah, I established. Yeah, j'ai établi in French. Okay, so then we have naï. Now, soldat here means soldiers in French, and we have this text that comes, this transliteration that comes directly from the author. And we have M, a preposition. We have nechet, which means victory, victorious, and so on. Per, which is a house. We have the mark of the plural. Peru, Peru. We have her. This is the face seen from the front, if I'm not mistaken. Ren, which means name. Determinative of city man and city woman. Actually, no, my bad. Then that will be Ren E. This is, I thought it was a woman, but there's a beard. So this is the determinative for a deity, which sometimes is used for the suffix pronoun E. So then that's why we have Ren E, and in the text, Ren E name, Ren E means my name. And then what does it say here? Bearing my name. And we have fortresses, on the text we have ped. So that will be what they translated as fortresses. Actually, we have Peru, which is the plural. And then that's the last line here. And mind you, if you want to have some way to find yourself in the text, remember that 77, and here we have the 4, here we have the 5, and the 6 is about here, 6. So it ends, where is 7? It ends here, 7. But in the quote that we have, I think it ends with eternity, right? Oh no, it ends before, in the same way. On Loprieno's translation, it ends with in the same way. For the sake of clarity, just so that we have the whole paragraph, that's where it ends, treated the same. But here it ends with eternity. And for those who are familiar with the Meta Nature, this glyph right here, that's eternity here. So all those of you who know the Meta Nature, you know how to walk yourself around that text, and you can propose some correction if you want to. Now we have D or red D. Some people will put the R in parentheses before, which has to do with give, given. Here I don't know how to translate that. Now this is the pet glyph, but here's a determinative. It's basically an abbreviation for heri. Then we have Pejet. Damn, what does Pejet mean again? I'm gonna have to show it because I don't remember. Pejet is page 566. But yeah, it's too warm. 566. There it is. So you can see the page number. You have abbreviation PED, T9 earlier, page, stretch, B wide, and then variation. We have that glyph here. And then we have Pejet, T910, which stands for bow and foreign people and troop. You see? And in the text, we do indeed have But actually here we have chief archers and tribal chiefs. But if you look at the more literal translation in French and its translation, where's the word for troop? Oh, I thought we had it. Oh, there it is. Troops of tribes. See? And here we have troupe, which is, as you have guessed, the French word for troops. Now, then we have R. Now, I wasn't sure if I is by himself or if we have I here. You see? Now, there's Ma, M, Ain, 568. Let's see what it stands for. That's 2 pages away. 568. You have it here, Ma, preposition together with. A bit like henna, because henna is, and also with or together with. In the hand of or from or into. So I guess it would be in the hand of here. And then what do we have? We have yad, the same word, which translates as, office or rank. And then we have abu, and that's what we're going to look at in the word book. Because I was wondering, what word they use for branding, branded. Now for slaves, we know which word they use because we have ir, which has something to do like, to make, to do. In terms of translation, of course, that's the club right here, the bilateral hem, which means servants, but, I mean servant, but they translate it as a slave. And then ir, okay. So the ir is here. We have the rope, some people may pronounce it iru, and we have the m, and then we have the hem, the club. And probably hemu anyway, because we have this, the u, the rope, we have the determinative. Normally you have a sitting man and a sitting woman, but here we only see a sitting man. And then underneath we have the 3 strokes, the plural. Then we have the men here, and the rest I did not really bother with the rest. So we're gonna look at Abu. Now this thing here is a brazier. This glyph is reference Q7. All right. Now let's look at the Wörter book. Well, let's look at the TLA rather. Setting again. Q7. Now here, first have a brand stempel, then we have brand marken. So it looks like, being marked, branded. I don't speak German. Abu, translation, to brand cattle or slaves. There are 8 attestations. So here, oh no, I don't think so. Yeah. No, actually, no. I wanna know. I wanna have the text. It wasn't like that earlier when I looked at it. So did I go somewhere else? Probably this one. Oh no. Dang, where did I go? Let me see how the page open. Hold on. But that's good because I wouldn't have shared it in the chat. Boom. It's in the chat. Click on it. There it is now. Oh, wrong one. Let's click it in the chat. All right. So here we have the 8 attestations. Now I do have an automatic translation Google stuff. So I'm going to put English. Now here we have Abu Desipu Rouge Unecher. And here it says this is the cutting and branding one, the God agent. So you see branding for Abu. Now here we have Abi, an alternative form, and in quotation, they put brand. Now here we have the alternative form Abi, and it says, for the grooms will be branded. Now here, I don't know what DEV stands for, but I don't see Abu or Abi. But here it says, the part of the text says, every man fetches for himself the one branded with his name. Here, same thing. I have DEV, and I don't know what it means, what it stands for. Somebody may enlighten me. But the text says, and the caretaker shall arrange for this younger brother of his to be branded as a groom for him. Now we have Ib brand. Here we have Ib, which partly is an alternative. Their offspring are branded. And here we have that DEV again, but the text says, then they will inevitably come with their children to brand them to your profession. And here we have that DEV again, and it tells us that it's a plural form. And in the translation, we have, blessed are you when the lotus blossoms, when the ured bird is seized by the wings, when the army is set to land, when its entourage is branded, and when your hot one is in punitive power of Amun. So there it is. It was a bit long, but it was necessary. We do have that word that is indeed translated as to brand, you know. And however, we'll have other attestations of branding, like the groom and stuff like that. And I don't think they will be branding a groom. So there it is. It sounds technical for those who are not familiar with the meta nature, like what the heck are all those symbols? I don't understand. I don't see any vowels. It's just a transliteration. The glyphs don't look that great here because they are actually handwritten by that author, W. Erickson. Just like Faulkner's concise dictionary, is handwritten as well, but you know, we have Storm in a place to be. So I've done my job. Sharing the link if somebody wants to say what's up or ask questions about the meta nature or about this text. And then we can call it a day, I guess. See, first I thought about having the text and then having the attestation, but it would have taken me so much time to just, you know, do the screen print and find a way to have it, you know, it was already difficult enough to have the transliteration at the bottom. Actually, at first I wanted to put the hieroglyphic transcript, but then I figured I'm going to take so much time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it would have looked better with the hieroglyphic transcript, but dang, you know, so much more I could do if I get the proper support. But I got the support with that book, so I thought that's the least I can do, you know, to go through this. Some of you maybe will learn the meta nature later, and you will find that useful. You know? It's always good to have the attestation from, you know, reliable sources like Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. Of course, you can find it on other works, but here I've used Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, which is considered a classic. So maybe we won't have anybody. But I've been saying, when I deal with the Meta Nature, it's not popping like that, but it is what it is. Then we have some people every now and then say, deal with the information, deal with the knowledge, really deal with the info. I want to see some Meta Nature, but I guess they are busy this evening. But it's always like that. I ain't tripping. I like doing this. I did this because I wanted to, not because, you know what? Can I move this, man? What is this? Okay. Here. Actually, I can close this one here. But you know what? I'm going to plug the visualizer and go through the book so you can see some hieroglyphic transcript looking nice and neat. Let me close this here. Plug in the visualizer so how to put all those books back where they belong. Computer smoking. Visualizer. So what they translated as to enslave, it appears. Let me check the sound. Damn, it is loud. Yeah, it went up a little bit. Yeah, what they translate as to enslave, it looks like in the text it's more like, um, something like, to make them slaves and stuff like that, Let me just share that thing here. Put it this way. I guess I don't need that. Okay, it's okay. Now let me share the visual. Share. Okay. Okay. When you use Windows, you can just share any page with no problem. For strange reason, when you use a Mac, you have to reduce like if it's a PDF, you have to reduce the PDF stuff, and also the web page. If it's maximized, then you will not see it to share it. It's a bit annoying, but hey. And William says, question: why did you switch over from Gardner to the TLA? Thanks. I went to the TLA to show the attestation of that word. What was the word again? Abu, with the glyph reference Q7, which is a brazier, Brazier, and for British people, Brazier. So yeah, that's why I went to the TLA, to see different texts where that word was used. Now, I have to take caution to the parts where it says DEV. So I don't know what it stands for, but we have other. Check the sound. I don't know why it turns off like that. Okay. I forgot where we stopped the last time. Yeah, stop at the previous page. Now I should be able to zoom. Well, earlier we had ini, and here we have init. But because of the newt cardinal reference 049, then we know it stands for a place. Then we have net or nit. They figured that it was pronounced nit. That's why they put the Y in parentheses. And gent or genet, depending how you pronounce it. Then we have the both determinative. I think both is deped, but don't quote me on that. We have 2e. We have ja. The suffix pronoun for the plural. Oh, wushed. I think one of the meanings is like to recite or to address a message. You know, it's one of my vocabulary. Now, I don't want to read the whole thing. But you see, we had that in the previous text. We had nai. See? And oh, kenit. The root of ken, you have brave, courageous. So it looks like what they translated as soldier is kenit. But nai, they translated it as with my, you know. And I think you remember that I said that, you know, nai could be translated as, you know, my. Now, me told you like, as in as, and then we have tell, which translates as. Not tell, I telephone the tell in French. And you must know beak. We do have beak here with the determinative. And the word is very similar to the English. It says faucon, and you call it falcon. And here it says such as the falcon, but literally it tells us that it says like that which becomes a falcon. And we do have unen. And many of you must know about unen nefer, which is an epithet of usir. See? You surely know nebu. That's a French word. You call it gold in English. And here we have you, me, big. Com is like. And then big is falcon. And then here we do have the mark of the plural. We do have hat, which means before or in front of, and devant means in front of or before, devant moi, before me. Let me check the chat. That ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna be talking here, man. Danny Williams wrote Q7 Serif temperature. Yes, for Serif most likely, but what's going on with the but the word we were dealing with was Abu. Now, yeah, I don't know when I will go through the other books. I've seen that he put some transliteration for the part 77, which most likely is the plate. But it was not the part that we dealt with earlier. But who knows? Maybe in some other parts of the book he will come across it. It's a shame that we did not have at least a transliteration, but hey. Can't zooming here. Can't zoom. It's interesting here. And if you know Jed, MJ translate as en disant, which in English may be translated as, saying or while saying. Some of you may know Mek. Some people translate it as behold. Here we have oui, which here is translated as je suis, which means I am. Then we have I, ku, mar, I. Now, I is translated as I came. And you remember as in coming, like getting somewhere. And you remember ET, right? Right here. It translates quite literally. So we have you. But it's funny though, we have the N after. Usually the N comes first. So the N is the mark of the negative or negation, if that's the word in English. So first we have you, then that's the ui. And then we have her, ek. Ek is the suffix pronoun. So here is translated as therefore I am not on you, as in, on top of you or on you, depending how you want to translate it. Many of you must know ib. We have ib plus the suffix pronoun ib ek, and it translates as your heart. And here we do have am hesi. And we have that determinative, which looks at the queer chick. It's a determinative that we have for isefet, for being as well, which is negative words, quote unquote negative words. And it's translated as Val here, Val Asiatic. And we said so many times, Amu, you see, but here's not the plural. So that's why it says Am, not Amu. There was a book, I don't know if it's inspired by that word, but it's translated as wretched Cush. And um, the current head of HASCAC, Dr. Mario Beatty, made a presentation about that term uh, that is translated as wretched. And if my recollection is correct, because they try to make it seem like it was used only for the Nubians, but it was used in Egypt and it was not denoting or talking about Nubians. See? And funny things that, in that text from the Harris Papyrus, we had Hak, and here we have Hak E, and E is the suffix pronoun. And here, if you look, the word is the same as in English. I capture. See? But anyway, hold on. You know what? I see if there's anything else on this page because I'm gonna do too many. I'm gonna do too much. The Asiatic perished. Today we have people who want to be Asiatic black men. And here we have again Am Hesi, translated as via Asiatic. So rather than the Q-U-E, you put the C at the end, and it's the same word in English. And here we have Inek. Remember Anoki in the Bible? I am your God. Just when the Ten Commandments is about to start. So Anoki, Inek. I ain't claiming that Anoki derives from Inek. I wouldn't be surprised though. And out of Newt, then we have a term here. Like you can have Newty for the singular. Okay, that's good enough. All right. I remember a few times when I went through some artifacts. I actually prefer going through the artifacts, and I have a lot to go through. But like I said, I'm waiting for more people to be down with the medal. And every now and then, I'll go to the medal, realize that there's so few people watching. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it later. So I move to other stuff. Then I have people say, well, I'd like you to go back to the medal. And then when I go back to the medal, it's the same old thing. But it's all good, man. There's not many people who deal with it and deal with it properly. Not doing, magic mental nature and butler mental nature. And you made that up mental nature, Got a fair bit to go through, but it's all good, man. So before we close out, any statements, anything at all, any question about the mental nature? Does it seem like it's impossible to learn? Like it's impossible to study? Fact, Shaka. It's same everywhere. They like drama. Yeah, when it's drama, they're there. But I ain't waking up and being like, I don't wake up being like, well, I want drama so people can come. You know, somebody is beefing with my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, disrespecting her, disrespecting my mother. So I'm like, all right, I gotta have some get back, but I don't plan on spending my lifetime with these kind of individuals because at the end of the day, karma's gonna beat them home real soon. You know what I'm saying? It's really a matter of time. Folks will be able to keep up more if they had a basic understanding of the language. Well, I'm giving middle literature classes $10 per class, an hour class. You know, Jabari's wife, she charges $50 for an hour. For Dishi, it's like $60. You know, last time I checked, he doesn't charge like for 1 hour, but it's like a package, like like 5 or 10 hours, something like that. But when you make the calculation, it's about $60. David wrote, "Nash, how can you good? We are learning." Yeah, but I will try to go through that book, and that's just volume one. There's three other volumes, but and we ain't gonna read everything. Just see some vocabulary that you may have heard. There's a lot of words of mid nature that people have heard, like Uncle just said that, but obviously they don't know necessarily the glyphs. And some people heard different terms. You know what I'm saying? There was what we call amen in English, which is amen according to the transliteration. I didn't show it, but maybe later on I will show it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got quite a fair bit of books. I ordered a new book today about Egyptian wisdom from that author. I actually got the French one and the English one, Christian Jacques. But also some nice quotations, some nice citation from his book. So we're gonna see what's up with this. I mean, I have another one on Egyptian wisdom. Did not start it yet. I probably read the beginning. There's so many books I started, and then Wisdom of Ancient Egypt by Pascal Vernus. And when we deal with the Riparian Nights, somebody talked about it's 500 pages long. Somebody talked about Pascal Vernus regarding arthritis. You know, on that book here, Grande thanks Pascal Vernus amongst others. He also thanks John Yoyot, who said that Diop was incapable of reading any hieroglyphs, which I don't believe at all. When Diop passed, a lot of people run their mouth, man. If I happen to pass away, man, many people run their mouth acting like, they're ready for the smoke, man. But you see, they're not there. I was going to give him the smoke, but now that he passed away, I'm going to give him a pass. If he was alive, I would have refuted him. Chief X said he refuted so many of these people that he names, man, that he debunked them. But it's life, man. It is what it is. But I really want to thank you for helping me get in this book. I appreciate that. I don't know when I'll read it, but I'll go through it. You know, I put about 100 euros in it. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, you do want to get your money's worth. It's very technical. There's a lot of grammar, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just rely on one scholar when it comes to the grammar. People have different approach, different translations, different proposition. It's not absolute. It's very ancient language, but overall, we know we get a good idea what the text say. You know, just some parts where there's a little bit of doubt, a little bit of debate. You know, but we came with chem in Egyptology and in linguistics. There's no debate. All those scholars of European descent will tell you that chem with the I6 glyph means black. Just how some people came up with some funky claim. Donnie, do you mind telling me which books you went through? Which middle lecture book you went through? I mean, you read. And if you have taken classes before, feel free to tell us. If you want to, you don't have to. You know. What is that book here? Oh, I forgot I had that book to learn the language of Benin, the Republic of Benin. Don't even answer. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. You know what? I'm gonna use the bathroom, so I'm just gonna play that Gaga Google scholarship.
Yeah, no, but it ain't the people, right? Let me help you out. I'm gonna help y'all out real fast in some language, and I know his audience is listening. Do you know the first language ever? Do you know the first language? Either one of y'all?
Well, brothers and sisters, brace yourself. I don't know the first language ever. Apparently, he knows it. Let's listen.
Do
Yes,
y'all
baby language.
baby language, right?
So, baby language is a language now? All right. Okay. If it's okay. Well, it's a language. We can learn it and we can speak it, right? Sounds pseudo, but it's okay.
Baby language is the first language. Is Gaga Google, like Lady Gaga, Gaga Google, baby speak. Who else speaks like that? Who else talks? Who else? Whoever this is, who you are, let me see your face first. Or you're not coming on. You can just sit back. So Gaga Google is numbers basically. Like most animals, numbers, hand signals, and stuff like that.
Is it serious right now? Gaga Google's numbers? There's one thing I forgot, but he did say that more means navigator. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a nationality, navigators is not supposed to be a nationality. Anybody can be a navigator. It just takes a little training. You don't need to earn a PhD to become a navigator, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to the first language, Gaga Gugu.
Gaga Google, it's numbers. Babies talk to one another. They talk. They're numbers. The
They
other
sure
language,
do.
right? They know what they communicate with each other. They be talking with each other. You notice that? They be sitting there talking to each
Yeah.
other. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what the hell they saying. The other language, if y'all not familiar with this, and if
It's a language. How come we don't know what the hell they're saying? So it's an undeciphered language, then I guess.
you can probably find it, you should look that up too. Now, don't try to steal what I'm saying because it's going to be very hard. Give me 1 second.
Benny Williams, I guess I call it a day. Remember, whenever I'm live streaming, no matter what title you see, you can address anything you want. But if you see me addressing them in the lecture, feel free to ask your questions. There's no such thing. There's no stupid question. Don't fear. I rather you ask me than you ask those people who do linguistic gymnastics and linguistic acrobatics, because you can be full of it for real, man. I've seen people combating pseudos only to become pseudo themselves. Oh, Danny Williams, it's in the place to be.
What's up,
How you
Shaka?
doing, brother? What's up,
All
brother?
right,
Long time since E.
peace, peace.
He's brother.
Yeah, no, I ain't read too many books. I started out with I told you before I started out with Wu Jiao's book.
Okay, okay.
So I started out with this, and then I went to
I heard he plagiarized. Was is it James P. Allen? But it may not be the whole book, just some part. But yeah, keep going, brother.
yeah, I remember that ordeal. Um, but I just got I got the Gardner, stuff like
Yeah.
that. The dictionary,
Hmm.
and I came up
I got
under
I got it as well.
I came up under Dr. Melinda Nelson Hurt. So I'm in her school. It looks like this. It's online. So like you have, she'll start something out, and you'll have some glyphs, and then basically, you know, you have a cheat sheet too. Stuff like that. So
All
I'm
right.
doing. But yeah,
You
give
you
you
don't
a
have been in mind. You don't have been in mind this book, Egyptian hieroglyphs for complete beginners.
No, I don't. But I heard a lot about it.
It's very
A lot of
nice,
people.
man. To
A
me,
lot
it's
of
one of the
people.
best. To me, it's one of the
Yeah.
best because he shows you some original artifacts, which is very good. Because a lot of time you just have the hieroglyphic transcript. You do have references like in Gardiner, but there you,
Yeah.
you just read directly from the original artifacts, which is very good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wanted to say too, something that happened to me was, the class with Dr. Melinda Nelson Hurst, it kind of like ended. I hit her up, and I was like, she's a mom too and stuff like that of a little kid, and I was just like, and she teaches at Tulane. But so she's pretty busy. I imagine, but I hit her up, and I was just like, um, hold on. I was just like, where you been? What's going on? You ain't putting out no work lately. So then she came back, and basically, long story short, she's starting up a class here, and it's going to be a smaller group, and it's going to be 6 months, starting in the end of June. And then she messaged me again, talking about somebody had sponsored me in her group, and so that was a good feeling, that somebody did that for me, and I gotta pay it forward and all this stuff and keep doing what I'm doing. So that was kind of my motivation for, what I'm saying, helping you out with that book. That was a way to pay it forward. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, appreciate that, brother.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I won't go through it now, and it's a lot, man. There's 3 volumes. Well, the third one is really a glossary, but I'm glad because that really helped me for what I went through. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just dealing with what the text says, and it appears that yes, it means branded. Even though we have other meanings for that word, but that's what it appears to be. So
Hmm.
we have to go with what the text says. You know what I'm saying? Now, eventually, with all the books that I have and all the museums that I will go through, I may come across that actual word and see what it means, see the context. Because from the TLA, we've had attestation of that word used, and it didn't sound at all like it had something to do with using the hot iron. When he talks about a groom and all that. But since the text deals with some people were captured, sorry, hey, it's a possibility. But at least I know that the word, like I suspected, that they translate as slave is indeed hemu. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
really means servant, but hey,
Yeah, I know Bach. That's a word I'm familiar with. That means servant.
yeah.
So,
I think it may have been the first word that I knew, uh, but I'm not 100% sure if I knew back before hem. But a lot of people don't know that hem is used for majesty for the king. A lot of
mhm.
people don't know that hem that means priest. Literally servant of God. You know,
Then Hemet.
means wife, but it's
What?
not
Yeah.
spelled the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
not spelled the same. Spelled with the word glyph. I think it's N41 and N42. There's a variation. But it feels good, to converse with people who, dealing with the metal because there's so few of us.
Yeah. So I'm just a beginner, man. So I'm still learning myself. But yeah.
Mm. But that lady who's giving classes, like, does she have any credentials in the field?
Yeah. She's a PhD.
All right. And can you tell me the name again?
Is Dr. Melinda Nelson Hurst. Yep.
Oh, I see. I'm wondering if I came across her website once. Um, I think I came across her page. Um, Prolific since. Oh, she's the one who runs Voices. Hold on, Voices of Ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Um, because I don't know if there's another one. I forgot if it's that one. Uh, is she the one that goes to all those museums?
No, that's a
Oh,
younger
okay.
girl. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
who you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah, yeah. I don't even know why she doesn't come on my feed anymore, but she used to.
Oh, really?
But yeah, she used to be on my feed all the time.
The one she's always talking about her grandpa or something, but she uses the
Yeah.
word like nano or something like that. My
Um.
nano.
But she did say that yeah, like a father or grandfather, put her up on it.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, Scribble Circle is now full. Yeah, I came across that lady's website some while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? If you get class from a PhD, it's lovely, man.
So,
I was
um,
learning hieroglyphs keep ending up at the bottom of the list during busy days. Yeah, feel free, brother.
just gonna show. I don't think she'll get mad at me for showing her stuff, but I don't know if you can see, but can you see it right here where my
Um,
finger is? This one with the sedum.
well, I don't see your finger. Maybe if you move it to the side a bit more. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, nechet su. Yeah.
No, right here, right here, right here.
Oh, what that would be sejem sh. Oh, servant. Because
Yeah.
sejem by itself is to listen, to hear.
Yep.
Oh no, it's ash. I missed the ayin.
Yeah.
Sejem ash. Okay.
So
I didn't know that term.
another word for
And
servant. Yeah.
the funny thing is that the word that is translated as butler on that page, is Gardiner. He translated um the Ipoh Papyrus, and apparently that word that's translated as butler can also mean like a singer or something like that. And yeah, you can have a few other meanings, but yeah. Yeah, that one I never heard of that one before. That one you just showed me.
Yep. So yeah. Yeah. So are you did you mention that wretched Kush book?
Yes, yes.
I know
Did you?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I know Chief X he had it at one point and he was showing it off in one of his videos long time ago. but he never spoke on it after that. He was just like showing the book. But I was
Mhm.
wondering if you have any knowledge on it
Well, no,
or what it's
no,
about.
I mean, I have the book, but I haven't read it yet. But did you see Dr. Mario Betti's lecture about that word wretched, Hesed?
No, I have not.
Let me just share it to you. It's very nice, man. So it's quite. I was quite impressed actually. Mario Betti, there is Kush. It's actually in two parts. Where's part two? I see part one here. It's on the YouTube channel of somebody who's not necessarily my best friend. He also has a lecture about Obenga, Dr. Theophile Obenga. So here, part one. Oh, there is part two. Is there? Oh, actually, part two is only it's only question and answer. It's only 3 minutes long. I'm still gonna share it for the record. Part two. Yeah, he shows several attestations, and it wasn't used for Nubians initially. But I know that Chief X his angle is oh damn I messed it up. Uh, I messed it up. Is it? Oh no, it's working still. Okay. So Chief X tends to go through the DNA reports, and I don't know how old they are, and he likes to make the distinction between the Nubians and the ancient Egyptians. But the things that okay, the Nubians will be darker, but it doesn't mean that somebody who's light he's not black. It's like me saying Ludacris is not black, but Tyrese is black.
Mm, I hear what
And
you're
I know
saying.
he likes, yeah, I know he likes to show. He talks a lot about these Nubians bringing tribute to Egypt, and he's like, okay, look, see the Nubians they are black, but the ancient Egyptians, they are not. But I have plenty of depictions of ancient Egyptians, and they are clearly black. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to have this convo. But with the DNA, it was really off in my opinion. I mean, the Green Sahara and all that.
Yeah. I'm waiting for you to show some of that stuff. It'd be interesting to see. I know you said you were
Oh,
waiting for more people to come in.
for what's stuff, brother?
Your artifacts and stuff like that that you took on your
Oh yeah, yeah,
travels.
yeah, 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 yeah. I got them. I got them. On my phone, and usually I was uploading one a day, but then lately I was like, damn, I get 40 views. No, let me save it. Because these travels are expensive, and it really pains me to see the video having like 40 views, something like that. But yeah, I probably got a good 50 videos or something like that. And I will go to museums more often, but lately I kind of stopped because it's yeah, it's quite costly. But besides the artifacts, I have many different videos from you know sightseeing and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, I got a fair bit. I always like to have a good backup. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when I will go to some other museums again. I may try Greece. You know what I'm saying? May try Barcelona because last time I went to Madrid. But I'm not really in a rush. You know what I'm saying? Because what else has been going on? People choosing sides and stuff like that. But I
What's
know.
what's what's the big one? And isn't there a really supposed to be a big one in Germany that's supposed to have a lot of good stuff?
Yes, indeed. The funny thing is that you have the Newness Museum in Berlin, but there's like four museums that's worthwhile with a fair bit of artifacts. And I'm not sure if we can take footage because I almost never see any videos from that museum. I hope we can at least take pictures.
Yeah,
Um, but Germany, I want to do it driving. When I get a better car, because my car has a small range. I have an electric car, and I mean, I did go with my car first to Italy, but I lost a bit of range over the years. So Germany is not far, so I'd rather just do it driving because if I go there, I want to do like the four museums, in one trip. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but of course, the Louvre Museum is massive. British Museum as well, and Leiden Museum is very nice, but they don't allow you to film. just to take pictures. But Turin in Italy, Torino, damn, it's one of the best I've ever seen.
Hmm.
It's just great over there. I mean, I actually went back the next day. Usually, I take either half a day or a full day in the museum, but there was so much I had to go back the next day. And the next day at the end, I was keeping a few artifacts. And normally I don't skip artifacts. You know what I'm saying? That's just how much they have, man. Yeah.
Yeah. The only museums I've been to was here in my hometown. I've been to that one. They uh they got some stuff wrong, and I got some papers together off Academia EDU, and I had a little folder. I planned to take it back to them and ask them to make some corrections because they got some stuff wrong. Like they were calling Mayotte, I think they were calling her Newt or something like this, but just all
Mm.
wrong and stuff like that. But they make mistakes and stuff like that. I just never got the chance to go back. And I've been to the museum in New Orleans. So they had a Nefertari exhibit. It was pretty nice.
Mm. Well, I went to the Ramesses second exhibit, and it was good, man. It was good because last time I went to an exhibit in France, it was Tutankhamen, and it was replicas. I was just pissed. I got in, you know what I'm saying, and I saw it was replicas, and I bounced. I didn't even stay. I just bounced. But this time they knew better, and they brought just originals. You know what I'm saying? So it was very nice. I don't know if he's still going on. I think he may still going on, still going till like September or something like that. But yeah, the Ramses second exhibit in Paris is very nice, man. I wasn't expecting that much. I was quite happy when I went there.
Hmm.
Plus, I didn't even have to pay. The lady gave me a ticket because some people they have some extra ticket. So the lady who worked there, she just there you go. What I'm saying, I said why? How come? She told me why. So I was happy, man. That's why I got myself that little onk, because I didn't pay for the entry, so got myself that onk here. I don't really wear it much, but
Yeah. So
yeah, that's what's up, man.
that's what's up, man. Yeah. So I just wanted to come on real quick and answer those questions that you had for me. So I figure it'd be better to do it in person.
Yeah, yeah, because it can take time when you type in, you know. But how long would you say you started learning the Medinature?
Um, it's probably been it's probably been about a year, over a
Oh,
year,
that's recent. That's recent. Okay.
over a year. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I still see people using Budge, and he's cool, but he's cool for his time. You know what I'm saying? He's quite outdated. Brother Tahuti, he's using Budge all the time. But
Who Tahuti? That's on Saw Netter's channel.
yeah, yeah, the one who saw Malachi all change shape
Yeah.
and all that.
I don't know about that dude, man.
Yeah. But you see, it is what it is, man. But yeah, James Miller Allen is probably the one that I should read next, but I kind of want to go through Gardiner as well, so I'll see. But I went through so many different books, in order to prepare for my slides for the lessons, and I have a fair bit also on PDF, that I have to go through later on. Um, but if I ever get to learn German, then of course, I will have a look at the Wörter book. It's really a lifetime
Yeah. How
journey,
does? Yeah, indeed. Yep. How does your courses work? How do you do yours?
Well, I have a PDF. PDF. No, what am I saying? I have a PowerPoint, and I have the slides. So first I just go through some basic vocabulary, and then as we get enough vocabulary, we translate small sentences, and then the sentences get longer and longer. And of course, I use a fair bit of artifacts from the different museums that I've been through
Hmm.
uh, around the world, so people get to see the artifacts even when they are damaged with some parts are missing. It's important. So whenever you go to a museum, then you're not lost, because those who just learned with the nice, neat hieroglyphy transcript, when they get to
Yeah.
museums, they're gonna struggle. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's why
Yeah.
I like that Diamani's book. I mean, it's a shame. If I would have known about his book first, I guess I would have been way more advanced. But hey, it is what it
Yep.
is. You know what I'm saying? Better late than than later. But yeah, I show a fair bit of artifacts from many different museums. So you know,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because yeah, it's not a perfect world, and stuff gets damaged and
yeah,
hacked out and stuff like that. But that's where context comes into play. And
mhm,
sometimes you'll be say like if you're looking at a column and the column is damaged or something like that. Well, there's another column over here that's
yeah,
basically saying the same thing, and that can help
yeah,
you out sometimes. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I'm happy when the learners they get to recognize that you surely know the formulas. Um, that starts with the Hotel Dinesu or Dinesu Hotel, and usually at the end you have uh, um, um, the Ankh Mira jet and so on. So sometimes the mi can be damaged, but you can still distinguish the mir part and or the Cobra for the jet. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm happy when they get the picture and the formula. Sometimes the way it starts, the beginning is damaged, but we know it's always Hotel Dinesu or Dinesu Hotel, so not
Yeah.
that difficult. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of symmetry. You have a lot of yeah, it's neatly laid out, man. It's just they really went to work. And sometimes I have some artifacts, and I usually tell the people, okay, not that I can do better, but the scribe there, I don't know what happened to him. Sometimes just some scribes have some kind of bad handwriting, like what I'm saying. But maybe they were students, maybe they were students that were learning and stuff. But I have a few pictures, of this scribe, like Anpu. He looks like he hasn't eaten in months, you know what I'm saying? But
Showing his ribs showing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I can show you, man. Hold on. Uh, I'm gonna have to open that one. I mean, I prefer on my PC. That's the Mac, but I should be able to find it. But it's like, and not just the input, man. Just the other glyphs, man. Like that. Basically, the Hotep glyph, it kind of looks like a penis, man. It's like, I don't know what happened with the scribe.
Yeah.
It's about loading now. Okay, so just have to search. How do we do the other view? Presentation? Oh yeah, mini. No. Oh, it's loading. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to basically guess. Why? What is it? Keynote. It's buffering. Let me close the visualizer. Maybe that doesn't help. Quit. No. Keynote. Okay, I'm gonna restart it because it takes too much time right now. Share. Oh, that's why it hasn't finished. You know what? F it. So wait. Start over again. Keynote, you cannot even use a pen. You can do that on the iPad, but not. I mean, when I say a pen, I don't mean literally a pen, but you cannot just use your mouse and circle things or highlight things, but you can do that with PowerPoint. So here, share. There it is. Now, okay. So if I go there, it's loading again. But if it does it again, then I guess I give up. But it is. Oh, that's it. No, yeah, it's loading. I'm like, it's every time you want to show something. Every time you want to show something, so
Yeah.
something happens. Okay, so now Same thing. I guess some other time. I'll wait a little bit more, but I have a recent computer as well, so you shouldn't even be doing that. I'll try closing other pages. Close that. I hope it's ain't gonna remove. Okay. And find that too. Okay, she's still loading, man. You know what? Gonna open my other computer, man. Never mind. Gonna open another computer.
Look like
You're breaking up, brother. What? Oh, I'm frozen, am I?
your screen.
Oh yeah, I'm frozen.
Yeah, in the Matrix.
Oh, okay. Um, you can still hear me though, can you?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do this, and it's already open. So actually, now I'm gonna close it. Look for the part. So I'll do that and look for it. It's towards the ending. So for that skeleton Anubis should be around here. Shouldn't take me too long to find it. Yeah, that's the one there. Yeah, it's so weird. Let me share the screen. All right. You see it?
Wow.
It's the weirdest I ever seen, man. But really, it's the legs, but it looks like rib cage, and you see so slim, and the way it's
Yeah,
drawn. You know what I'm
it
saying?
looked like a
And
wiener. It looked like one of those wiener dogs.
yeah,
The body's all
and
long.
you see the hotep, like this side is shorter than that side, and the
Yeah.
top here is it's not even even. It's not
Yeah,
even.
everything's
Yeah,
crooked. And yeah.
uh,
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
weird, man. And that one, I mean, the snake looks like a roach. The heel here is all messed up. The head looks like a helmet, like a bike helmet. You know what I'm saying? Now this input, it looks like it looks like a bird rather than a jackal.
Yeah.
That
Is
that
that
that cone of bread is kind of messy as well. You know what I'm saying? And here the whole tip here is, I would say it's even worse than the other one.
yeah? Is that supposed to be the DU? The mountain?
Yeah, that's a Jew. Yeah. You know, so
Yeah.
there must have been learners, man. You know, that's from Leiden in the museum. You know, and the
Yeah.
other one, yeah, this one as well. You know, so
That's funny.
all right, man. Oh, Jobinet Road Shaka, it has been very informative. Thanks for your participation. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome. Well, I'm still frozen. But yeah, thank you, brother, very much, brother Danny Williams. You know, but I will.
Hey,
I'll
I
go
want
through a little
to.
bit of Medu. Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
I
Feel
get
free.
can I get one more question? And
Yeah, of course, of course. Feel free.
so I don't know too much about the Green Sahara. Are you pretty versed on that?
Not really.
Okay.
All I
Okay.
know is it's like it the Green Sahara ended around the time the first dynasty of Egypt started. So when Nama was there, most likely that is I'm no longer frozen. Most likely the Sahara was still green. But that report that V Bennett introduced us to is very detailed. It's quite long. I haven't read it. I just looked through it. Because usually, like I've said for years, I personally don't deal with DNA. We'll
Because
have the usual.
what I
Mhm.
wanted to try to ask is, so with the Sahara being green, that mean it
Mhm.
was right habitable, and are we are people saying that that's how the sub-Saharan was able to get over towards North Africa?
Well, there are some countries. There's Cameroon. Apparently, there's Angola as well, and there's other countries, that were found in the Green Sahara. Now, if they went all the way to South Africa, I don't know, because there's one extreme to the other. But a lot of people, I'm sure, don't even know that in the Sahara area, there's some genetic, traces of people from what we call now sub-Saharan Africa. You know,
Interesting.
yeah, indeed. So, but this is very recent. This study is very recent because a lot of people rely on very old reports. You know what I'm saying? But that study is quite recent. You know what I'm saying? And there's one thing that Chief X said about the DNA, but I'll wait to see if he pulls up and V Bennett can serve him again. But it's amazing the claims that people make. But hey, the convo is good, man. The convo is good. It's good to have dialogue anyway, even if we disagree. But the followers of Chief X, they like to go on comments and say so many stuff, but I don't really want to go back and forth in the comment section. They never put up, they never come on the panel. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing with Chief X followers. They'll be in the chat, they'll be in the comments, but they will be on some panels, but they will not show their face. But my panel is a requirement. But they are tripping a bit too much in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because they are acting like people are pseudo or Afrocentric for claiming blackness of ancient Egyptians. But then we have plenty of. But then again, also a lot of people have never seen those depictions that I've been sharing. I didn't even know they existed until I went to those museums. You know, but now I'm so familiar that when it's like 2000 BC, they, they usually look very very black, very dark. You know what I'm saying? The older they are, and the blacker they look. Usually. You know, and when I say the older, then again, like 1800 BC, 2000 BC, and so on.
Okay. All right then, Shaka.
Peace, brother. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
Take care, brother. Andrew Burnett
Peace.
wrote, according to an irritated wise man, people couldn't leave because he would be eaten for what? Yeah, it was funny when he said that. All right. Well, brothers and sisters, my closing remarks are the same. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, by the nature of the world, will definitely have it back at you. I don't argue. I said facts. You're not part of the solution. You're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do it to do nature. Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend everybody
I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'atforever.